Welcome back to Let's Play Higurashi, Watanagashi. Sup? Man, this is gonna be weird. I don't freaking, use the webcam ever. Because I just do not look. I don't know, I'm not very photogenic. Whatever. Where did they get it everywhere? Shinseki relatives. Also, I might as well. Here is my ancient phone. Look at it. It is ancient. And it still works. As you can see by drawing of Mion in the background over there. There's a weird thing with this camera is, it's kind of like, I go like this, and like, it's on the opposite side of where I'm actually holding my hand up. It's like, it's switched. Anyways, but I'm gonna do this for maybe like one recording, because this is just kind of a one-off that I just decided, why the hell not? Just like, maybe then you can like see what I mean when I say voice acting and getting character, just like, that and this and blah, let's get on with it. As I was losing the worstness of my consciousness, the doorbell rang. It seemed that I had a gift. Come on in, it's open. I directed my listless voice at the door. It's... good afternoon. Keiichi, what are you doing? It seemed my guest was Mion, or rather Shion. Okay, we're already off to an awkward start here. I don't know what the bloody hell... Well, that's always the case, isn't it? She seemed shocked when she saw me sprawled out in the entryway. Also, you might notice me, well, the camera's like up a bit, but I'm kind of just going back and forth in my seat like I mentioned. The only times I ever sit at this desk is when recording for this. Is that Shion? Wait, why? I thought that Shion's existence was an illusion that was limited to when Mion was at the restaurant. That's why I never even considered that Shion would appear here. I heard from my sister, because of club activities today you weren't able to eat lunch, right? God, the more I realize it, the more like... It's just like, I feel awkward doing these voices with the camera on, man. Imagine it with a live audience, fuck that. Yeah, it was a lot of trouble. Loco spilled my pot and you stole my rice. But Shion. She grew red and began to nip. That's right, she was the younger twin right now. Sorry, what's up? Did you bring something to eat? Oh my, it's somehow disappointing that you hit the nail around the head, but here. What a disappointed smile. Shion held out the small bento box she had hidden behind her back. You know, I think I'm sitting further away from my laptop than I usually am, because just like keep at a distance from the webcam. So I don't know, maybe my voice isn't even picking up all that well. Sometimes in the case. You really brought someone to eat? Thanks. There was still some ground beef left over from what my sister brought to school. I knew it was going to be right before dinner, but I wondered if you'd want it. Am I bothering you? Oh, not even a bit. I'm really happy. Can I really eat this? Sneak a look inside the box to say that she just put some of the leftovers inside would be a lie. Now that could be a jump scare right there. Jesus Christ. I can only see it in a mini window there, but man, that probably caught some of you viewers off guard. There was an elegant meal stuffed inside. Watch out if it's mochi though, be very careful. Remember last time? See what I mean about my glasses? You know when I'm always like pointing out with characters going like that, like Shizune kind of what Shion just, she's always like that. It's because you have to, they freaking lean off your face. And my glasses, you'd be like this. It's like, I'll just be like, so much is just gonna touch. Take a piss, to put it bluntly. And then they'll go like, whoa. It's never fallen off during that situation. But anytime I lean forward, so much as get out of bed and suddenly you're, whoop, gone. Pain in the ass. Is it really okay? There's not like a ton of hot sauce mixed in or anything, right? No sewing needles? If you didn't watch Watanagashi, then you have no idea what I'm referencing. Jeez, I love my sister. I wouldn't do that kind of thing. If you don't like it, you don't have to force yourself. I'll just go home and eat it myself. Saying that, she pouted cutely and made a motion as if to snatch the ducks away. There were some times that made me doubt that she was the same person as Mion, and this was undoubtedly one of those moments. I don't mind at all. I would chow down on it with thanks from the bottom of my heart. It's not so to be so thankful about that your nose has to run. Shion, who had thought that I might not take the bento, looked down happily. There's, who's speaking again with this? Probably Keiichi then. There's not much, but do you want to come in? I can probably make some tea or something. Sorry, maybe some other time. I'm on my way to work. Oh, that's right. She did say that before. Just rinse the box out with water and give it back to my sister tomorrow, please. Of course. It would only be the proper thing to do after being allowed to eat something that looks this delicious. It's just like, this seems pretty straightforward, but what if they go into one of those freaking scenes where everything's over the top? I feel even more awkward on the camera with that. It's like, I'm going to record so that it's either 1 or 2 parts out of this recorded session, and no more than that, because I feel awkward on camera. Well then, I'll eat something that looks just delicious. Well then, I'll take my leave. One last thing. Shion grew red again as she looked down once more. During that contest for the curry, my sister took your rice without permission, right? My sister fools around too much, so sometimes she gets carried away. She wasn't doing it just to be mean. Hey, it's not like I mind that too much. There are no grudges when it comes to club activities, after all. So he says, while he's like, I'll get you back for this, Mion. No grudges, my ass. Well, they're kind of like not overly serious now, except when they're actually in the games, because that's the point. In fact, I should be the one that's thankful for all the frills and entertainment. Could you tell that to Mion for me? Yes, I think my sister will be very happy to hear that. Well, then I have to go. Shion smiled brightly. After bowing deeply, she left as she looked at her watch. I'm happy, but it's really okay. I looked at the bento box that she left behind. A faint warmth spread through the palm of my hand. If it were Mion, I could see hot sauce, mustard, maybe even a needle being mixed inside. Oh! Indirect reference! But really, I don't think she would go so far as putting a needle in there. Oh no, she would never have done that. I opened the box once again and hesitantly tasted it. I took a bite. And another. There were no funny business. There was no funny business. There was no danger at all. For it was delicious. Well, that doesn't rule out danger though, does it? Like, it's delicious. Oh, so I feel something move my stomach. Oh shit. Bitch. That's right. That was Shion, not Mion, so there shouldn't have been anything to worry about. I rushed back to my room, eating as I gave my thanks. It was so delicious that my stomach could cry. Higurashi when Keiichi's stomach cries. Shion, no, Mion, when she heard I was so hungry I could die, she brought this over to me. It was delicious to the last bite. By the way, nothing strange had been mixed in. I was a bit embarrassed at myself for being so skeptical. Wait for it. Higurashi. Wait, no, I have to be on screen. There it is. Higurashi, When They Cry. Commercial break. Well, it's just a scene transition, really, isn't it? We got tips. Yep. It was delicious. Achievement unlocked. Food for thought. Looks like we're gonna be voice acting Mion then. That is hit when it's like you got like a little, like just itch anywhere, and just like you're just more self-conscious on camera, you know. Hey, Mion, here. What is it, Keiichi? I thrust the better box she'd given me a stay at her base. It had the food you gave me in it. Thanks. It was great. No sarcasm. Mion's face quickly flushed bright red. Hey now, you were the one pretending to be Shion when you gave it to me. You're gonna give it away if you get all red like that when you're being Mion. At this rate, she might trip and fall right into her own grave, so I decided to help her out. Hey, listen! I was pretty hungry yesterday. I'd said that. Out of the blue, Shion came all the way to my house and gave me some food in a bento box. This is that box. Make sure you wash it out. Right. Shion's really considerate, huh? That was so transparent. Was Mion always this terrible at lying? Her expression was different than usual, but it looked strangely cute. So, what did you think? You two are like peas in a pod. You're twins, right? Obviously, it looked the same. Not that, Mion looked kind of bewildered, like she was waiting for a specific answer. When she said impression, maybe she didn't mean Shion, but the bento. Oh, of course. It was delicious. Really? I never lie about liking food. If I say something's good, then it's objectively good. But it's different from all her protagonists, like where they eat like food that essentially knocks them the hell out, and they still say it's delicious because they don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Keiichi should be more upfront. He'd be like, ugh, it's disgusting. Oh wait, maybe there's a contradiction. I can't remember if they know. No, well, he technically hasn't eaten any bad food necessarily, has he? I mean, there was that one instance, but that wasn't necessarily the food, was it? So he hasn't actually run into food of death. I'm not sure if he ever runs into the dreaded food of death. You can feel free to give my recommendations to every single person he meets. Tell Shion it was seriously great, alright? Okay. Tell Shion, right? I will. I think she'll be happy. Bragging along with Shion, you had a ship with Shion having given it to me, not me on one beat. Yet her laugh, it came from deep down and it sounded really happy. I guess she really can laugh so nicely enough that just looking at her makes me feel better too. A sarcastic remark made its way onto my tongue, but I swallowed it back. As Mion went to put the bento box in her bag, she noticed a collection of rocks. Keiichi, there's something inside. Huh? Wow. Yeah, she opened it. The thing inside was a little embarrassing, so I wish she hadn't opened it here. Panicking, I hid it with my hands. Well, told me to put them in as facts. I didn't come up with it or anything. Don't get the wrong idea. He goes on about Mion being a bad liar, then he freaking does the same thing. It's so pretty. Candy. There was a handful of candies neatly wrapped in paper inside the chocolate cream bento box. When I was cleaning the box out yesterday in the sink, one came over and interrogated me, and I fessed up as to who had given me the food. Then she told me, I just realized the freaking curses on the screen, and she told me that something like this called for a display of gratitude. I didn't want to because it was embarrassing, so I argued that it wouldn't be like me to do that. Well, that's what happens. I was so embarrassed it felt like fire might shoot out of my face. Mion laughing the whole thing off like she usually did would be fine, but for some reason she was staring at the candy in the box with fascination. Thank you. don't thank me. Thank my mom. She's the one who put them in there. But besides, you're not the one I need to be thanking, right, Mion? That's for Shion, okay? See what I mean? I don't know if my hand's really appearing that well on the camera because it's so small. It's like in video games where cats are like, plus examples are for you. It's like, I must do this to indicate I'm talking, even though I've got voice acting going on. It's weird. Makes sense in older games that didn't have voice acting, but I don't know. Otherwise, it just kind of looks. I'm talking, and I'm a statue, and just would look awkward with this. But it looks awkward anyway. Right. You're right. Okay. I'll be sure to tell Shion. I just know she'll be happy. Yeah, being a little downtrodden, but the lid back on the box. Seemed like I ended up saying something a little mean at the end. No other characters? Maybe? Nope. Michan, you look sort of cozy today. I knew it, man. Well, obviously, if I decided to frickin' put the webcam on for once, I just knew there'd be a scene where Rena would show up, and you'd probably just stare at the webcam and just like, oh my god, this guy right here, doing that voice, what the fuck? It just sounds so weird. Did something happen? Did it? Well, I do like a variety of voices really well. Not really. It's just like, evil blackboard voice. I mean that, and then it's like, the dolphin voice and those ridiculous accents I tend to randomly go into, and then there's like all the other default voices. But I've just got a fever, and then you got Satoru's voice now. The red in their face is probably due to increased body temperature. Hey, Rika, why are you petting my head? Stoko, I'm sure you'll be able to catch fever soon enough. Now Rika's voice as well. Now we've got the full one. Pat on the head. The full cast. Let us continue. I might have explained this before, but physical education at our school is really just an exercising disorder. Oh god, they're gonna have one of those games, aren't they? After some random warm-ups, the rest of the time is spent doing whatever the fuck you want. You're free to cause a ruckus or just fall asleep. Now, I'm not really sure, but doesn't the Board of Education have some sort of curriculum for this? Something like, when you're this old, you should have this amount of physical ability. I have no idea what you're saying, Keiichi-san. It's rather difficult to understand. Well, you see, it's something like a rule for teachers to follow during class. Maybe you weakling city folk need something like that. But do you really think us country-raised kids would lag behind in physical ability? They're better athletes than you would think, Keiichi. Come to think of it, they might be right. If we all lined up for a race, there was a good chance I'd finish dead last if I didn't start off well. Let's just pray that when a brutal panda game is at stake, the 100-meter dash isn't a club activity. On that note, I watch too much television, so I'm fantastically tired. I'll be using this time to catch up on my sleep. It's for fear that I'm completely starved. If I don't sleep now, when will I ever? When will I ever be able to sleep? As I began to sprawl out on top of a pipe, Mion grabbed me by the collar. Do you really think I'd let you sleep in peace and quiet? Well, with that look on your face, it'd require more courage to try and take a nap at once. Good grief! Which means, is it going to start again? Now! Just killing time with idle chit-chat until the bell rings is impossible for us hot-blooded youth, isn't it? Shall we start a club activity? I knew it! Just as I thought, it's come to this. What's today's game? Now that this is happening, taking a nap is impossible. Not just that, with this sleep-deprived head of mine, I'm as good as mincemeat. I have to get my brain into gear. You can hear the bird voice in the corner, so you can't turn the camera out. Because it's a built-in one. I mean, I could, so you know, move the laptop, but I can't. You won't be able to see the bird anyway, because the camera quality is not that good. I have to get my brain into gear.
I think we should decide what today's penalty game should be before we start.
Rena knows what's up. I've prepared something super special today. She began to announce the cruel penalty game with a grand spinning flourish. But before she could do that...
I'm sorry, I have something that I wanted to do.
Of all people, it was Rika-chan announcing her non-participation. Even rare events do eventually occur. Losing her time in Mion spun like a top as she tumbled to the ground. Wow! Huh? What's the matter? Are you not feeling well?
Oh, that's right. Keiichi, she has to practice for the Watanagashi.
That's right. It's this Sunday. Holy shit, that's a first. An in-game day that takes place on the day that I'm recording. It is indeed a Sunday. Rika's in the middle of super serious training right now.
I've been working too hard lately, so my arms hurt.
I see. Well, there's nothing that can be done. There's no point in doing anything if you can't get everybody together. Today, let's just take it easy.
I'm very sorry, but I'll try my best.
Yeah, good luck. We'll be cheering you on. And all that. When Mion announced that today's club activity was cancelled, Rika-chan and Sudoku headed off. I was still in bed. Only I was left alone and completely clueless as to what everybody was talking about. What was that about? Rika-chan training for a competition or something?
Rika-chan's a shrine lady from Watanagashi, so she has to perform a ritual dance. It's practice for that.
Why don't you explain things in order? First of all, what is this Watanagashi? Well, as we went over in Onikakushi, Watanagashi means, cotton drifting. Specifically, the Cotton Drifting Festival. I don't really know how that adds up. Wata means cotton. I think Nagashi might mean, like, to flow, which gives it that drift kind of thing, cotton drifting, whatever the hell. But it's not exactly like it's got festival in the word itself there, has it? So, I don't know. Next, what do you mean by shrine maiden? Last, what do you mean by ritual dance?
Huh? Didn't you get a notice at your house, Keiichi? Wasn't it written there? The Watanagashi Festival this Sunday.
Ah. Wait. Oh, it would be next Sunday, wouldn't it? Come to think, man, I have a feeling one did say something about it during dinner the other day. Who's speaking between the two of them? I'm just gonna assume Mion.
Watanagashi is a festival that happens at the shrine on a Sunday every June. It's very lively.
I see. Watanagashi sounds like a pretty strange name, right? Is it something like the Lantern Festival where they have a memorial to the dead like floating things down the river?
Oh, I think you might guess right, Keiichi. The Watanagashi or Cotton Drift Festival is as the name implies, where we set cotton drift down the river.
See? Fact, it's actually... Ah, no, can't be off my dick. My freaking... Didn't finish that, like, my dick. My dictionary is over there. I can't be asked to get it. I would show, like, what it actually looks like inside the dictionary. Forget it though.
The cotton you see is from Fudan's jacket, so it'd be something like a Fudan memorial. They also pile Fudans up on the altar.
I've heard of people leaving offerings of things like needles or kitchen knives to their ancestors or to casualties of war. But an offering of Fudans is the first for me. What's the history behind that? Mion tilted her head pensively.
I don't think there's a complicated backstory to it. The winters around here are pretty harsh, so things like warm Fudans and coats to ward off the cold are fairly important, I guess.
Ah, I see. In other words, it's something like giving thanks to the Fudans that take good care of you during the winter. Damn hair in my freaking face. then the Shrine Maiden holds a memorial service for them and set them adrift. That's what the Watanagashi is.
I find it such a weird. I mean, look at that. Watanagashi. Every syllable apart from the last one has the A in there, where it's like ah. It's just weird. It's like it's kind of a tongue twister, that one. Mion and Renner indicated that I had the correct answer with a round of applause. And you see, that Shrine Maiden performing the memorial is Rika-chan.
Oh, so Rika-chan's Shrine Maiden. Now you mention it, Rika-chan does have a mystical air about her.
Right. Rika-chan is a Shrine Maiden in a Shrine Maiden outfit. Oh.
I even got to say that. Oh, I know. As usual.
So cute!
Man, I feel awkward with this whole webcam business here. Honestly, I don't know how so many freaking channels on YouTube do that. I certainly couldn't, not for all my videos. I've done this in the past on my main channel at least once or twice. But, you know, I just don't like being on the webcam. I feel very self-conscious. There's social anxiety and shit like that. Generalized anxiety. Just like, I'm not the type of person to be like, yes, I will get up in the webcam now. Fuck that shit, I'll just sit back here. It certainly does seem like it would suit her. Yeah, it might be cute. I finally get what you're saying. Rika-chan's training is for a performance of the Shrine Maiden. Again, I can't tell. I think Mion this time. But yeah, the Shrine Maiden has to purify a number of foodons as part of the ceremony. It's practice for that. It's a lot of hard work. The Shrine Maiden has to carry out ceremonial. Oh, it's part of the rite, and it's really heavy for Rika-chan. Well, Rika-chan is pretty small. Exactly how heavy is that hoe? It's pretty heavy. And up there... Okay, I'm just gonna assume it ran out. It's pretty heavy enough that Rika-chan has been practicing with a multi-mallet. Wait a minute. That's way too heavy. Forget about Rika-chan, that'd be rough even for me. Now speaking, there's just like no indication, is there? The secret ceremonial... I'm having trouble pronouncing now, aren't I? Ceremonial hoe. If you dropped it by accident, it'd be a big trouble. Well, it's a once-a-year kind of deal. All they can do is cheer from the sidelines. It'll be okay if she... But that's... damn, it's a conversation between them two right there. And none of them has moved. No different facial expressions, so I don't know who's speaking. Well, it's a once-a-year kind of deal. All we can do is cheer from the sidelines. Okay, she pulled it off last year. Didn't know who spoke what line, but whatever. Really? And the least I can do is cheer on. Even something that little would help, right? I was rather curious about exactly how she practiced. Mion laughed as she shook her head. Leave her alone. If you go, Rika-chan will get all cute and won't be able to practice. I didn't quite understand what Mion was saying. You see, Rika-chan doesn't like showing people how hard she works. Okay? So just leave her be. Even the always cool and with Rika-chan has times when she sweats while giving it her all. Because she was always so well put together, she didn't want people to see an ungainly side of her. It's not like I couldn't understand that feeling. All I can do is pray for her success, huh? Do your best. Rika Furude, I'm cheering for you! That's I think the first time that any character's actually, well, not technically, I think Keiichi did only Keiichi. But, like, her last name's barely been brought up, really, hasn't it? Well, then, I climbed up onto the pipe and put down on my side. Hooray, hooray, Rika-chan! In order to transmit more of my psychic waves of encouragement, I'll be entering a meditative state right now. Well, okay, no. Just Z's snoring sound. I'm not gonna bother.
So you're just gonna sleep after all? Well, he is now. You just knocked him out, probably. No time ended up giving way to mind-numbing afternoon classes. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. It was like, I remember the previous recording session, I'd like mispronounced the word, and then when I was editing, I noticed it. I was like, that isn't how it's pronounced. So like, I overlook some obvious things sometimes when recording, you know. Rebounding from yesterday's hunger, I ate too much for lunchtime, leaving me in a horrible condition. I might have gorged myself a bit too much. I'll have to endure afternoon classes.
Keiichi, you had an amazing appetite today. Basically, you always eat like a pig, but it was on a whole different level.
Yesterday I skipped lunch, right? That's hunger just soaked right in. This time, no matter how much I ate, my hunger knew no bounds.
I get you. Well, really, Keiichi, you always finish your lunch down to the last bite. Heck, even down to the last grain of rice.
Food just show your appreciation for the person who made it by eating it, you know. If you leave any behind, it's rude to the person who put in all that effort. Hearing that, Mion's eyes momentarily widened in surprise, followed by a cool laugh.
Keiichi, really? At first glance you seem unruly and irresponsible, and you're actually pretty conscientious. Well, discipline or something like that. Yeah, Rena thinks so too. Keiichi-kun is a lot kinder than he looks.
Though for them, we're probably trying to compliment me, but I had a strange feeling I wasn't being complimented at all.
That's not true. Goddamn wrong button. I just wanted to say that there's a big gap between your appearance and your personality.
I wonder if the same can be said about me. Just like, for example, like, if you look at me with this crazy head, you think, metalhead, gotta be a metalhead. And it's like, not really. I mean, I like some metal, but I kind of like just a variety of different genres. It's just weird like that. Just like, oh, total metalhead, you know? No, just like some metal here and there, but I'm not like overly into metal. It's like, it's odd. It's the one thing I can't play on my guitar when I'm improvising is a metal kind of style. I mean, I can to an extent, but like if I like play along to a metal backing track, it's just like I don't know what to do because I have like more of a blues and kind of rock driven playing in my guitar and all that shit. Anyways, and I'm saying that's not a compliment.
Hey, Sonozaki-san, my Barakun, we're in the middle of class. How far did you get, Sonozaki-san? Bring your notes up here.
I was like, going through that, I was like, oh, it's the teacher talking. Then I was like, no, it's one of the other students. And I was like, which one? Who knows? Startled and Mion looked like are rather easy to understand at first. She was so enthralled in the conversation she had stopped working completely.
Doing alright. You haven't progressed at all. You're in the highest grade, so you have to shape up.
Mion looks like she's getting lectured. Okay, maybe it is the teacher then. I don't know. Poor bastard. Odd wording there, but yeah, you poor bastard.
Appearances can be deceiving in all ways. Actually, appearances might be the opposite of reality.
Can I have a freaking dark cover too? Man, imagine if I freaking had a webcam on back then. Freaking Sakura, when we first like learn about how old she actually is, and I was just like, wait, what? I was legitimately freaking shocked by that. I was like, no bloody way, that's absurd. You say some interesting things. One to Rena's seemingly profound statement that in my gaze to Wesatoka was aptly studying together with Rikichi. No, another thing I wonder is if the audio is going to be all kind of screwy. Because anytime I've ever had the webcam on, it gives off a kind of sound here and there. And I don't know if that'll pick up or not in this or well, or I don't know. I hope not, because that would suck. Are you saying that Rat Stoker is actually really weak? if I went by where Serena literally said, then that would be the case. I could hardly imagine Sudoku being meek and gentle like a girl in some fairy tale.
Sudoku-chan's been rude lately, but just a while ago she was very different. She acted really spoiled and always... Yep. Keep this a secret from Sudoku-chan, okay?
That's Sudoku acting so cute! For Sudoku to play coy, I think that would have to be some part of some calculated plot. Even if she was to hide behind someone, I wouldn't think it was because she was attached to them. But since it came up, I tried to imagine a gentle and... Let's think, everyone. What would that look like? Hey, Sudoku!
What is it, Orisama?
That's not the second weird.
Sudoku smiled cutely and walked towards me.
By the way, firing 3 steps forward, Sudoku took for some reason I took 3 steps away.
Orisama, why are you running away?
Sorry, Sudoku, but your voice is a bit off there. If you approach me with an affectionate smile on your face, I just have to think it's some sort of trap.
That's so mean! Orisama, you meanie!
Sorry, I didn't intend to be so mean! The only thing Sudoku came closer to me. I'm a sucker for tears. Clank! Ah! A bear trap! My leg was being clamped down on by jagged metal teeth!
Oh, you fell for it! Now for the next part!
Sudoku raised her right arm triumphantly and traps began to trigger one after another. Jesus Christ, suddenly the wall sprang forward, throwing me 3 blocks away. And there I saw a giant metal bat covered in spikes hurtling towards me! My God, that sounds like some Sonic level. On top of that, in the direction the ball would knock me was a giant guillotine. Jesus Christ.
I'm not really sure, but Keiichi, you're not thinking of anything completely ludicrous right now, are you?
Not really. Not at all.
That's a lie. You've got that kind of look on your face that says, I'm gonna be crushed by a giant spiked metal bat.
How did they get it so exact, man? How could my expression convey what I was thinking like that? It must have like a mini projector appear on his face, showing what he's thinking when he's deep in thought. Sorry, imagine I'm making General Sudoku impossible right now. I'll try again when I'm in better shape. Next, I looked over at Rika-chan, who was working diligently on some kanji drills. Kanji. Bloody characters that confuse me. The thing is, frickin' got... okay. I can do this. Here it is. The dictionary. It is small. Let me see if I can get it zoomed in on kanji characters, kind of give an example of what it looks like. It's really awkward. I don't know if you can see it or not. But it's like it's got hiragana, katakana, and then it'll have like katakana I think doesn't have kanji characters for anything that uses those. But with hiragana they usually have like kanji characters next to it to show what would be used correctly for it. It's kind of neat, but there's just so many. It's just so confusing. In contrast, Sudoku, her default state was meek and gentle. If Rika-chan came to me saying, Onisama, I'd hug her. Tightly. I could get used to that.
Kids can get drooling.
Sorry. Then how about Rika-chan? Are you saying their appearance is deceiving as well? Saying that out loud, I felt a tinge of doubt. Was Rika-chan really all sweet? Despite her appearance, she really was quite sly. Sweetly, how you put it, evading things deftly. I get the feeling that Rika-chan isn't only just sweet. Her appearance is definitely deceiving. I couldn't put exactly what I was imagining into words, but rather managed to say what I wanted to. Okay, over there.
I get a feel that Rika-chan isn't only just sweet. Her appearance is definitely deceiving.
She turned to me with an impish look in her eyes. She was saying, you shouldn't say something like that. When Rika-chan grows up, I'm sure she'll become an incredibly devilish beauty with men wrapped all around her little finger. Do you think that would be cool? God damn, I can never tell.
When Rika-chan grows up, I'm sure she'll become an incredibly devilish beauty with men wrapped all around her little finger. Do you think that would be cool?
I said that lightheartedly, but I as a man couldn't laugh at that. It's terrifying. The scary part about that was that it felt like it could be true. Manipulative. Noticing my gaze, Rika-chan turned towards me and let loose with an angelic smile. Both Ren and I, feeling as if that was directed towards us personally, had our hearts skipping. Oh, so cute! So cute! Oh, wait.
Oh, so cute, so cute!
Renna, your nose is bleeding. Appearances can be deceiving, huh? Well, they haven't gone over Renna, have we? Well then, what about our dear leader, Mion? Did they go over Renna? I don't think they did. I said at Higurashi. Well, that's how it started, isn't it? Just like, no, how did it start? I freaking forget how the scene was starting. I stared at her, she tried to weasel her way out of her scolding by the teacher. By Renna's theory, that unrefined, calculating, conniving Mion also had a side of her that bellied appearances. But then, what you're saying is that Mion, despite her appearances, is actually a good person?
Rika-chan is a good person.
Oh, well, that is true. But what I'm trying to say is...
Yep, I know what you're trying to say, Keiichi-kun.
Catching on that I was struggling to express my feelings as words, Ren smiled even more brightly. No, what?
Rika-chan is mysterious, right? She's a girl, but it's like she's a guy.
It's like the reverse. It's usually like, girls are very mysterious, aren't they? But her just like, it's kind of like Mion's a guy, but she isn't a guy. She's actually a girl. But she acts kind of like a guy, so that makes her even more mysterious. So she's got the mystery of being a girl, but the mystery of acting like a guy half the time. That is mind-bogglingly mysterious. That's right. Mion was more than aware that she was a girl. It was exactly as Renna said. When Mion livened up the mood, it wasn't as though she felt like a guy or a girl specifically, but a friend of the same gender. If she were a guy, we'd probably be like two peas in a pod. Well, that's the same way it is right now.
But you see, even that Rika-chan is actually really feminine.
Renna, how much did Mion pay you exactly?
That's not true. Jeez, I'm trying to have a serious conversation, you know.
Renna began to pout. Now probably wasn't the right time to joke around.
Rika-chan is the club president, so she's trying hard to lead everybody. But she's really a very cute girl. I really don't want you to forget that, Keiichi-kun.
Renna's gaze focused off in the distance beyond where Mion was. That Mion that I met at Angel Mart was unmeasurably different compared to the Mion that I normally knew. Flustered and hesitant from the unfamiliar job. It was a far cry from the brash and confident Mion. Even though she had to hurry to work, she went through all the trouble to bring me food when I was on a drink starvation. And she did so not as Mion, but as Shion. Exactly was Shion to Mion. What kind of person was Mion exactly?
Keiichi-kun probably couldn't even begin to imagine.
As if to say, well, held her finger up to it, Mion finally free from the teachers, preaching, returned to her seat, facing ahead tired.
This old man, you see, thinks that grade school is enough for everything you need to study for in life.
And what do you want to do, Mion? Whatever. Saying that, she plopped down into her seat violently. Mion was actually really feminine. Right. I wonder if I can meet Shion again. I wanted to talk to her again. 45 minutes, clang, clang of that bell the principal waves around the bell that says there's school again. The teacher respects the blackboard. Well, since I'm up, I'm just like, I don't even know where to bring a frickin' reference to your blackboard. It's right there, man. You're like, why do you never reference me anymore? It's because the fucking voice is that's such a strain on your voice. Yes, it does. That's why. That probably didn't even sound audible enough to freaking understand a word of that. And began to list everybody's homework as all you means.
Well, it looks like there's gonna be a lot of homework today. Gotta buckle down.
Well then, that means even Renner.
Huh? What do you mean?
Appearances can be deceiving. Would that apply to you too?
Huh? Keiichi-kun, how do you see me? How?
The Renner really good that I knew sometimes took things too far, but was generally a kind and gentle ideal girl.
Really? That makes me happy, I guess.
If she was the opposite of what she seemed, that would make her... If I
were really the opposite.
Well, you're Watanagashi, right? Just try saying it, I won't be denied. That's what I felt she meant. Rennie's...
Rennie.
Even if you were the opposite, you'd still be Renner, right? This question shouldn't have been so nerve-wracking to answer. Maybe it was because the person in question was staring at me, but saying that took a strange amount of effort.
That's not fair, Keiichi-kun. It bothers me when you say it that way. Oh, perhaps unable to endure my silence, Renner's face began to burn red with embarrassment. Renner! Keiichi-chan! Let's go home! Mion looked over and started getting ready to go home. Whenever school is over, she really does get noticeably more energetic. That's usually the case, isn't it? It was the same relaxing walk home as always. Digging around my pockets on a whim, I noticed that something should have been there was missing. Man, it's really awkward. What key is it? That's definite. Actually, it might be out of tune. Is it? Oh yeah, that is bang out. I'm not gonna bother tuning it then. Just conveniently right next to me, my left guitar that I play without the amp half the time. Right behind me, I can't be asked to pick it up. Digging around my... Oh, fuck it, might as well. Yeah, now I gotta turn around again. Oh, I can do this. Look at it, isn't it nice? I play guitar left-handed, but it looks like I'm playing right-handed because the freaking webcam is, like, just weird. Nope. Might be switching key in there, I don't know. Does it really matter at the end of the day? No. What's the matter, Keiichi-chan? What's the matter? It's only 15 minutes, so I think I'll do for this recording. And it's possibly just a one-off with a webcam. I don't know, maybe I'll do it some other time as well. But it won't be a regular thing, that's for damn sure. Because it's just awkward. Anyways, see you next time, viewers. See you next time.